Good morning, everybody. It is 7:30 in the morning and I'm on my way to work. Kind of tired. I have soapy eyes again today, so I'm sure I'll get over it. I made a coffee and stuff, so I'm a little bit prepared. I kind of did it to myself. I went out yesterday for a coffee with a friend of mine I haven't seen in a long time. By a long time I mean 3 years. And we chatted it up, and like obviously time flies when you're having fun, so time kind of flew a little bit and I remembered that I had to be at work a little bit early. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who gave my last 2 videos a lot of love. It's really great to see the commenting still happening and the messages and still connecting with everybody, so that's awesome. And I just want to clarify that the last video with the nerve stimulator, we had it, like we were goofing around with it, but I mean, to be honest, like we let that person like let us know when like enough was enough, like saying, hey, like that's too much, or you know what I mean. So it was kind of a controlled environment, nobody got hurt, and that wasn't the intention. We were just having a little bit of fun with it, that's all. So I hope no one really took it to like the extreme and being like, what the hell is going on, like why would you tape that, blah blah blah, because it was just for fun. It was a controlled environment and I don't think it was anything too serious. I was listening to the radio, and has anybody been following this sex education thing that's going on, how they're like switching the sex education, like what kids are learning, and how parents are pulling their kids out of school to protest it? One, I don't think it's great to pull your kids out of school. Like I get why they're doing it, but you're only hurting your children. Two, I mean, realistically, I mean, it's kind of hard because I don't want to push anybody's buttons. But I do think that the sex education program does need to be a little bit more up to date. I mean, these days, teen pregnancy is just out of control. And I know when I was in school, they were always telling me, because I went to a Catholic school, so they're always like, abstinence, abstinence, abstinence. That's all great. But obviously, people are going to have sex at early ages, and some younger than others, unfortunately. But that's sometimes their decision, and sometimes it's not. I really think that they should focus on what the consequences could be if you're not prepared, where you can go get birth control, how you can protect yourself. That's the education I think kids need, because I really don't think they know the severity of what they're doing. Obviously, everybody can agree that sex can be a good thing, but when you're a teenager and you're not even sure about yourself, and here you are having sex with somebody, like, sure, you can think you're an adult, but at the end of the day, like, you always remember that first person, and sometimes it's a great experience and sometimes it's not. And for the ones that's not, I'm sure that they're looking back going, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done it that earlier. Maybe I should have. I'm not saying that wait for that perfect moment, because that perfect moment will never really happen, I guess. Like, it's just something that happens. I'm just saying that I think that they should prepare kids more and be more open with kids instead of saying, don't do it. Because they're gonna do it. They're gonna find a way. And you just have to accept that as an adult. Would I rather my 6-year-old call the parts of the body by their proper name? Yes. I don't want my 6-year-old coming up and going, oh my god, my pussy hurts so bad. Can you imagine? I would die. What would you say to that? I would die. I would die. And I remember the first time that my 6-year-old called, she was talking about the dog. No, what was she talking about? She was telling me how girls have different parts than boys. And somehow she said penis. And at first it took me back, but then I was really proud of her for actually using the proper term. I'm not sure where she got it from, but it was better than saying dick or wang or whatever else coming from a 6-year-old. I'd rather hear penis. I wasn't prepared for it, but I'd rather hear it. I know that this curriculum that they're trying to roll out now, I think by 8th grade, they're gonna know about like anal sex and same-sex marriage, and they're gonna know about the LBG community, and they're gonna know about transgenders, and they're gonna know about all that kind of stuff, which honestly, not until I was in my early 20s did I know anything about the LBG community, did I not know anything about transgender. And it's because I met some people from that community along my way that really did educate me on their way of life. And I think that was a huge eye-opener for me. But like, I don't think I was naive to think that that never happened. I just didn't know about it. That sounds like really weird, but that's the truth. Like, I just wasn't, I don't know, I just wasn't aware, I guess. I would rather, like, I mean, I know that there's like age, I guess, for certain things, and I think that's what parents are worried about. But realistically, you let your kids roam around the internet every day, and I guarantee you half these people just give their kids their iPads and don't even recognize like what they're doing or what they're looking at. So would you rather them learn something properly in school, or would you rather them look it up on a website and it not be close to anything? I would rather them kind of learn about it than find out about it online, and online there's a lot of different content, and that's what I would prefer. Do I think there probably needs to be some tweaks to the curriculum? Maybe push some stuff back so they feel like maybe a compromise? Yes, I'm sure someone can compromise somewhere about the age appropriateness of certain things that they want to implement early on in the kid's life in school and educate them. But that's all it is compromise. Like, I don't know. I would just rather them learn about it and us be open about it than having them feel like they have to look it up online or talk to their friends. I know that that subject's not comfortable for everybody. My 6-year-old is now noticing like her body's different than this person's body, and so like she does ask me questions, and you know what? Kudos to her that she feels comfortable enough to come to me. But does it catch me off guard? Yes, it does. It's weird because she's 6, but I have to keep in mind that like these days it happens earlier. Like they have so much, like there's so much going on, like I just have to keep that in mind and keep an open heart and just be honest with her. But that's all I'm saying is that like the education was different when I went to school. So yes, it needs to be revamped. Maybe need a little bit of compromise, but I think it could be a good thing. Change isn't always a bad thing. It just needs to be tweaked a little bit more and maybe see how it works now and like see how they receive it. And if you need to change it, change it. But don't take your kids out of school. Like, how are you helping them? You're not. You're putting them behind. Anyways, that was my rant because I heard about it today, but I have to get into work, so I'll talk to you guys after. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm home from work, and I have a lot of cleaning to do. Honestly, I'll give you guys a look around my room. Please don't judge me. I was scrambling around to look for my passport, which I didn't unpack from my last trip in Cuba. So since January, it's been in my satchel that I used when I was on vacation in Cuba, and I had a mini panic attack, so I started ripping things apart. So right now, gotta do a little bit of organizing and a little bit of laundry. So I'll kind of show you what's going on right now. Again, don't judge me. My mom is gonna be so embarrassed that I showed this. There's my laundry. I gotta take that out to the garbage. This is all has to be organized. It's all my like makeup and deodorants and hairspray and such. All my favorite people. All my little angels there. I made these guys. I got like jars, and these rocks are all from like, oops. These rocks are basically all from like up north and in PEI and New Brunswick, and I just love the way it looks. Mikhail and I collect rocks all the time, and I think on this one I might have some shells and stuff from Italy. I'm not really sure, but yeah. These are, I love these little jars, and I put my brushes in there, and in this one I have like my makeup brushes, well, some of them. And then this basket is just supposed to be filled with like basically like my moisturizers and stuff, but again, I was going through it like a lot, so I really just need to clean that out. And then, oh, this is a big pile of clothes I also have to wash. I always end up just putting stuff, again, my bed has to be made. I end up putting stuff on my bed, and then at night I just throw it onto the floor and I go to sleep. Also, I was going through, like, I'm trying to thin things out a little bit because obviously in the next few years I'm hoping to be married and in my own house. That's the plan. So I was going through a bunch of stuff. You guys are going to find this a little bit probably nerdy and fascinating. But I noticed I have this huge collection of just, oh, it's probably so messy behind me. I apologize. I have this huge collection of like notebooks. Here, I'll show you. So literally these are just all notebooks from like back in the day. Like all of these. Like journals, I guess. See, I have like all this stuff written down. Like movies, I have like just, it's just a diary of everything and how I felt. I used to do a lot of writing. Also, what I found is my notepad from when I was doing journalism, obviously. So I had a thing going on at The Spectator. I did an internship with Paul Legal, and I still have like all my notes and like all my notepads and stuff. But this is like some of the stuff of when I was in journalism, like after Mohawk and doing my stories and stuff. I would just like, yeah, like so many notes and contact information and stuff like that. Again, this is another notebook, another journal, basically. I also used to write like a lot when I was younger. So I have notebooks, beyond notebooks, of like poems and short stories and all that kind of stuff. I really liked these books because it reminded me of Ghostwriter. And I have a picture of James Vanderbeek because I was a huge fan of Dawson's Creek. But anyways, well, there's another picture of him. But so yeah, so I used to write. So I have like all these like short stories and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really cool. Like, I don't know if I want to keep this or if I want to throw it away yet. I kind of don't want to throw it away because, like, when my kids are like, you don't know what it's like, I'm like, hell yeah, I do. And then kind of give it to them and be like, yeah, I know, like, how it is. And then I just found I had, like, a bunch of, like, old organizers. And I don't know why I'm keeping these things. Like, I always did everything, like, color coordinated and, like, detailed. Again, I'm a huge nerd. What can I say? I have to go through all this stuff. So hopefully I can clean this all up and make it livable again. Again, my mom's probably going to be a little bit embarrassed that I showed you guys, but this is real life and sometimes things get a little messy, especially when you're tearing apart your room to look for this passport of yours. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm probably not going to vlog much after just because I'm going to go over to Steve's and hang out a little bit. I have to take Mikayla to school and probably pick her up tomorrow, so I just want to get this stuff kind of done, and then tomorrow during the day I can just do laundry. I have like no clothes. So I'm going to cut it off here. Give my video a thumbs up. I want to get at least 5 thumbs up. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you thought about the sex education discussion. Feel free to put your own opinion. I mean, like, I have my opinion, and I don't want anybody to be offended. That wasn't my intention. I just want you to know, like, from me, like someone who has a child, like, I would rather them learn than like find it out from a source that's not even worth finding it out from. Do you know what I mean? That's just how I feel. But how do you feel about it? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you have any kids? Like, what are your thoughts about that kind of stuff? Give this video 5 thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow? I don't know when. My vlogs are all over the place, but I will see you at some point, okay? Bye!